Today I'm gonna explain about the TF2 SFM movie Spy in Disguise. A perfect movie to be made. Spy Disguise is a movie based on the disguise Spy is about to get, which will both help him and ruin him for the rest of his life. You see, in the game, Spy only have 9 choosable characters he can disguise as. We all know them: Scout, Soldier, Pyro, Demoman, Heavy, Engineer, Medic, Sniper, and himself. Well, this movie is kinda different. Let's skip ahead a little in the scene where Spy is about to walk to the start of the game. The scene clips to the Red Engineer. Why, you may ask I say this? Well, it's a little hint for later things happening in the movie. And then to all of you who have watched the movie, you already know what is happening. Basically, Spy wants to be successful for his team to win. That's his role in the game. Zap out the problem that the others can't do. Just like the Sentry gun. A wrench in the gears. We see Spy tries his best to finish the rest of the team being in a disguise. He fails and fails all the time. He never gets his chance to kill anyone because he is 1. Can't act as a person he is disguised as, and 2. Unsuccessful. Every single one of the red team know he's the red spy. There's nothing much to say in chapter 1 because not as much is happening. Let's go to the next chapter. A lot is happening here. Chapter 2. Spy's Disguise. After all the matches, he has been killed and failed his disguise until he couldn't take it anymore. He throws all his gear and stuff, making his disguise machine capture his own blue engineer sentry gun, making it a new available disguise. Spy uses the disguise as the one and for all new opportunity to destroy the other team. Spy then tries the new sentry gun disguise, as he sees it is more useful than anything else. His success with just a new disguise makes him use the other buildings that the engineer has. For example, the dispenser, the teleporter, being a fully humanoid machine trapper. Spy enjoys his new disguise, making himself so successful and useful for the team. Spy plan has made the red team so confused they don't know if it is a real sentry or not. Spy has made himself a human robot sentry, making himself a hit point for the red team to focus on. Red team plans to take out Spy once and for all. Once the team has edited out, NG finds a note Spy and Blue NG has written to him, saying, "Your number's up, you hillbilly bastard. If you want a fair fight is what you're looking for, come and find us at Badwater Basin. We do not intend to respawn again." Signed by S and E. By making Red Engineer reading this note, it makes him furious. Now hold up before we go any further. Let's talk about this one scene when Engineer's about to destroy the respawn machine. Of course, it is for a challenge. Spy and Blue NG said, "We did not intend to respawn," so Engineer makes it happen. No one is allowed to respawn. This scene makes the Mrs. Blue movie come together as a full story. Let's say Spy Disguise was released as a little hint for the Mrs. Blue movie, because in Mrs. Blue, the respawn machine has difficulties of respawning the mercenaries, which is because of the server connection is bad. But it feels like the Mrs. Blue and Spy Disguise is the same universe. Here are some hints that are really close to the story. It's like Spy Disguise happened after Mrs. Blue. Also, the camera scenes we see in Mrs. Blue is called Helix. I know SFM software and props are all the same, but why does the camera have so much attention or a big deal in both of the movies? And then when we think about it, hospital ending of Spy Disguise, we see the Mrs. Blue VHS tape, which we could consider of a theory that is explanation VHS for the medic to remember to give to his patient. When I mean VHS, I mean the VHS that is called this Diaspaz VHS that we see in the trailer before Mrs. Blue is released. I say some more things later that is also Mrs. Blue details, but just hold on, we're not done with the video yet. Chapter 3. Badwater at Badwater Basin. Everyone at the red team doesn't know anything about the respawn machine not working. Of course, Angie does. He's the only one that is making sure that he is safe. Spy, on the other hand, is the biggest target and their biggest threat. Once Scout notices the sentry gun that is just sitting there, everyone knows that it's not a real one. Even Engineer knows it's not his build. Get ready? 3, 2, 1, fight! It was Spy the whole time. Of course, who didn't know? The Spy wins over the team with no problem, together with his buddy Blue NG, finishing off the sniper army, of course. The saddest of all in this whole movie, seeing NG getting killed. A big sad face there. Next we see Spy tries to avenge Engineer by finishing off Red NG.
You monster!
That's what my daddy taught me to do to backstabbers.
Here we see an example that Spy does not have a human body anymore, because the red Spy zaps him, making him stutter just like a normal sentry gun does. But now we also see inside of Spy eyes, they aren't normal human form eyes, they are more like robot camera lenses. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Engineer being a real Chad, saving stuttering Spy, in the end, Blue NG gets headshotted, another death, by the same person. Now it's full war between Spy and Red NG. Spy being the sentry gun human, and Engineer having his own robot suit. They both fight in an extreme way, flying over to Sawmill to end their fight. Chapter 4. Showdown. Here we see that all the people that was being killed is not responding, since the machine is destroyed, of course. There is nothing special more than the fight that is happening in Sawmill beside all the Blue Engineers getting killed and Red NG fighting Spy. Spy and Blue NG tries to do all they can by fighting the Red NG. Shooting, throwing, destroying, they try to set chainsaw on, they should cut off the Red NG's head. Of course, they failed that mission too. Last chapter. Loose screws. The fight is still going in the chapter. What we also see in the chapter is that Spy's voice has also changed into more robotic.
Howdy, partner. Very nice. Thank you, laborer. You monster!
Before I continue off with talking, I want to say the scene is pretty funny because Spy says, "You monster," to Engineer for killing one person, killing his friend. While you have Spy on the other hand, killing, let's see, 8 people that is just get murdered without respawning, and his body is made of a robot body. He's the one that is killing everyone, he's the killing machine, and he says monster to NG that kills one single person. Wow, Spy, you really used the knowledge there. But the day get better by Blue NG, saving Spy with a car crash, making the scene even more extreme and more cool. Spy is shocked with what happened and realizes that NG is back, baby. Let's go. Spy sees that NG stole the dead ringer from the red Spy, with these two partners reuniting back its them versus the cyborg NG. We then see Spy eyes are flicking towards human and robot form. Also, he is still affected from the zapper from earlier in the movie. Spy comes out with his pistol, making NG think he is being shot in the head. But Spy has something else in mind. Splash him to end with a log, shooting the hanging log above him, making the fight between the two over.
The outcome was never really in doubt.
Nope. You're dumb as a box of rocks.
Burn in hell.
After the fight, we see Spy is dreaming. We see Spy dreams where we see him and the robot version of him. The robot is giving him a hand to join the other side and lose the human version of him and join the robot's side. Or you can say the robot's path. Now what do I mean by all this? What I mean by all this is that Spy is losing his mankind structure, and you can see that on his blue eyes. They seem to be camera lenses. When he encountered the robot, it shows the amount of how much he lost himself to the power he got. Very much alike the way Medic lost his mental stability, turning out to be more similar to a murderer from Emperor's Blue. The reason for not shaking hands with robots is because he reminds himself that the Sentry and the dispenser disguise he has stolen is built by the engineer that is his nemesis. The whole movie is based on Spy's disguise being a curse to his life. The whole shaking the hand thing was like a deal. That is he ready to lose his human form and go to the robot's path? When he sees the robots more closely and are reaching his hand towards the handshake, the scene color turns red because he's almost shaking the hand, making him lose everything, his life, the will of his own body, lose the human control of himself, and also being in control of the robot made by the engineer. Then the scene ends with Rent Engineer face and him choosing to shoot him. The reason for this is because he hates the Red Engie and also doesn't want to lose his will and form into the Red Engineer's control. The Spy knows the right path, which is be himself, but Spy still has a problem, which is the Sentry gun disguise will forever be a curse to him that he needs to live with. We then see that Spy is in the hospital shocked of where he is. He then sees a glimpse of the Red Engineer in the window. This is because the Red Engineer is now a nightmare or a memory curse that he can't escape. We also see the hint of the movie tape Mrs. Blue, which is very cool movie detail to be shown as the next coming movie. We then see Medic and Blue Engineer bursting into the room to see what is happening or if something is wrong with Spy. Of course, nothing happened, but with one cool detail is the Medic, because this Medic is just like the one in Mrs. Blue and the cross he has from the church scene when he gets it. Medic then puts on the tape to show Spy what happened during the testing of what is wrong with him. Shows that his curse with turning him into a sentry and everything. Spy sees this with a fear and understands there is nothing that can be fixed or no one can cure him. One glimpse of the tape shows Spy didn't just have a whole sentry disguise stutter, but a whole humanoid robot form of himself.
Doctor?
Spy is scared of what might happen to him. His eyes changes between blue and red, nice and evil, and still sees the Red Engineer as a curse and a person he will see everywhere he goes. Spy then gets sent to a different place to maybe get cured. We will not know what happened to him, but it's still a very good movie and a good ending to what happened to him. Okay, I might be speaking this fast. Okay, full recap of the whole movie. First, Spy gets Sentry gun and dispenser as a fully active disguise he can use to trick the red team, and then the red team never understands if it's as a disguise or not. 2. Red Engineer sees the note that if he wants to fight, meet at the Badwater, and that Spy and Blue Engineer intends that they will agree not to respawn, and that Engineer destroys the respawn machine to make the fight fair. 3. The war starts between the red team versus the Spy and Blue Engineer. It ends with the red team dead, but Blue Engineer is still alive and Spy is still fighting the Red Engineer. 4. Their fight continues and ends at Sawmill. The fight that happens there is all the other Blue Engineer dies. Spy and his Blue Engineer survives by shooting a hanging log to fall and crush Mecha Engineers to death. 5. Spy ends in hospital, finds out that what happened to him, and understands it's a curse he can't remove, and understands that Red Engineer is a memory and a walking nightmare to him. Now I want to gently thank you all for watching this video. More is coming soon. I might go back soon to the gaming and reacting, but I'm not sure. Comment under what else you guys want me to make next. Please also subscribe. I appreciate a lot if you subscribe. Turn on the bell and you will be notified when I upload. If we can reach 10k subscribers, by the end of 2023, I will do something so extreme no one has ever did. Bye.